do the work for them.
It's Japan in the changed black jersey this evening. Slovenia in the blue with the white trim. It's Ran to serve first. Japan versus Slovenia in front of a packed house here in Fukuoka. Let's have a great game, everyone. Shebel receives it. He's going to swing for the first point, but he's going to find the floor.
We talk so much about Tonček Stern, Jan Kozimiernik, Gregor Rockred even. Clement Shebel has been able to fly under the radar.
But he has been excellent. He's hit double figures in every game apart from the victory over Turkey. He's got it high there, Ishikawa. And in fact, I've told you a lie there. He reached 11 points against Turkey as well. It's attack points. He's been in double figures for all the rest of them. So he is doing more than his fair share of the scoring. Onodera. Senior now. Got a call there. He was about to play that early.
Jani Kovacic, another name in this Slovenian team. He's had some phenomenal games. Brilliant defender.
But here is, in fact, the most informed player of them all, Tonček Stern. Good serve. Sakita had to play that. Ernau, Ropret, Shebel. Oh, what a pickup! Yamamoto! Oh, and then the ball's gone long, but Tomohiro Yamamoto. This is ludicrous.
Phenomenal defense. Full layout, one-handed. Nice awareness from Ishikawa. That would have brought the house down if he'd scored on that one.
Early break point, though, for Slovenia. Sekita. Blocked by Payek. Recycled Yamauchi. Nishida. Oh, wow! It's libero show. Nishida with the dig. Sekita. Ishikawa. Too hot for Kovacic. And we are off to the races.
We have played 5 points, and there has already been 5 points of fantastic volleyball. Just defense all over the shop. And the counter-attack from both these sides is such a feature of their games.
Sekita. Ernau receives. Payek block. That's the break point cancelled.
And it is early days, but this crowd, Dave, is hyped.
Well, they really like a serve, don't they? Sekita. Shebel. Sekita, you've got to do better than that to beat this Japanese defense. Something like that. Alan Payek.
It's a good indication of how the game may play out, that Slovenia has to be really good on their block against Japanese transition attack, because there's going to be a lot of it.
Shebel. Yeah, they really like a hard, fast serve, don't they? Wait till Kozimiernik lets one go. That'll get him gasping. Here's the captain, Yuki Ishikawa. Good service. Over on the first ball. Oh, down by Yamauchi. Japan ahead.
Really nice tempo. Forced on the overpass, takes the first contact and rearranges his feet very quickly to get in position.
Ishikawa. Kovacic. Ernau. Off the hands, Kovacic is there, tidying up. What a swing that is! Tonček Stern.
The first contact from Kovacic is not just that he's in the right spot to play the ball, and he plays the ball with the right amount of touch that they can play faster in transition. It's not about firing the ball around, it's about getting the small parabola, and then Rockret can deliver that ball with the tempo that Tonček Stern can still have a full approach.
We are 10 points into a game that could well go past the 200-point mark. And the energy levels are ridiculous. What a touch! Shebul! Erno! Oh my goodness me! The defense on display by both teams is off the charts.
I don't think I can keep this up for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. This is unbelievable.
It's 6-5. Payeng into the net.
It's always a sigh of relief that we're not going to blow the wheels out too early.
Yamauchi, 6-6. Received by Shebul. Rockrat sends it behind to Stern. He gets blocked. Good touch by Ernau. And then through the block, Takahashi ran.
Fantastic adjustment. The set from Ishikawa was a little bit off the net. Normally they like to play the ball really close, so he makes the adjustment, finds the timing of the Rockrat block just as he's starting to come down with a big flat open hand to work off.
7-6. Yamauchi. Shebul receives. Stern. Oh, wow! It's just dropped out. Ran. Couldn't believe it. He's looked up at the referee to say, please tell me this is in. It's so much right.
There was about 16,000 golden battens that raised up into the air in celebration.
Rockrat. That's a good serve. Well dealt with by Ishikawa. And a hand on that by Shebul. Erno. Sakita. Nishida. Watch out. No hands on that. Really smart play by Erno and Kozamernik. They're going to challenge this, but I think they pulled the hands away. Oh no, there's been an admission. Green card.
Great sportsmanship by Tina Ernau.
The stadium announcer heard you because he just said exactly the same thing. Nishida. The lethal lefty. It's gone off to that. What a service. Oh,
That was heavy. And with some cut, comes back into Kovacic.
so you might have heard us talk about this yesterday as Nishida reloads. Takes a bit off at this time. Kovacic into Rockrat, and then here we go. Yamamoto with the touch. Run. Blocked it off the shoulder of Onodera. It's in. Sekita. Well, he can't believe it. His spidey senses weren't on it, but Slovenia back within one. So you might have heard us talk about this yesterday. When there's an ace, they do a dance. They clap their golden sticks together and they shout ace, ace. They're all doing it in such synchronicity that the entire place shakes, including our commentary position. Feels like a very minor earthquake, but one of the ones you enjoy. Oh, Nishida didn't enjoy that. And we take our first trip to Brooklyn. 9-9.
And I'm sure there's someone in Brooklyn watching this, but there are definitely fans all over the world who will be enjoying this game right now, including my dad. How you doing, Dave? My dad's.
Oh, your dad's day. I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, I'm really good. I'm having the time of my life. Senior no. Into run. Lovely pass. Nishida. Really misses twice.
Wow. They have come out, switched on, fired up, ready to go. It's not gonna be 1 or 2 points. Both teams here are gonna have to go the distance.
Yeah. Run. Goes in short. Kovacic. Great touch. Shebul. Off the hands and out. Well worked. 10-10. Kozomurnik. Long float, it's dropped in. Ace service, Kozomurnik.
He found the exact right amount of pressure, contact on the ball. It floated, 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 and just drops into the last part of the court.
I make that his 6th ace of this season's VNL. Went for the extra zip this time.
It looked like the ball carried a little bit onto his left shoulder. He couldn't quite get the high point, so it was the drop and come across to make contact.
Oladera, 11-11. Devil decides to play it. Now he's going to make something of it. Only finds Oladera. Lovely dig. Good swing. Kovacic is there. Chebel. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Just the #1 supporter of Slovenia is Stalika. He's a giant of a man, 2'14", and anytime something good happens, he is all limbs in that sub spot. Chebel up to 4 already. Touch Yamamoto. Recycled off. Ishikawa was thinking about the attack, not keeping the ball off the floor.
And it's a similar situation we had before with Kovacic making the first contact. Yamamoto there is looking for Sakita, but he's not in the play. Needed to take some time there. And that will be a timeout.
Going well. Now we have to take the point. Okay. Remember, all this left side short ball is for diagonal. Only if the ball is long, he will hit over him. That's the only situation. All the rest is mostly diagonal. Left off. They are outside the ball. So pushing in the middle is very interesting also. Until just behind the block.
Pushing the ball in the middle is indeed interesting.
Yeah.
But the highlight from Filip Blan of the Slovenian defense staying deep, they're wanting to play with their block, so prepared for the block touch, and that the ball is largely going to be diagonal until Sakita is front row. The only situation where they're probably going to try and play the line where position 6 can come over and help defend that side of the court, the short distance.
Tonček Stern. To get us back underway. Breakpoint lead here. And another good service. Sakita chases, recycled. No setter in. Yamauchi does the job. And Ishikawa adds the point.
Exactly what Blan was just talking about. There's the patience on the first contact, a really conscious recycle, and then just a high ball, and not necessarily a push or an off-speed shot, but the work of the block into the space from Ishikawa. Great heads-up play.
Sakita into Chebel. Stern. Oh my goodness, off the ceiling. I mean, fair dues to Yamamoto for getting something, anything on that, and nearly delivering a dig for the ages, but the power.
And staying on his feet after that was no small feat.
Tonček. 3 points for him, all from attacks. Chebel. Serve goes long. Isn't it amazing the difference? I mean, we've had a few service errors, but then isn't it amazing the difference at the start of the game when the serves go well and teams can find a rhythm? Because we didn't get that in the previous game. Ishikawa. That is a good serve. Ropret. And if you can find a winner from there, then it'll be your night more often than it won't.
It's a tough swing. The ball from off the net to still find the court on the angle. To add to what you were saying, Dave, when you have that rhythm, then you can start to explore with power and variation, as well as trying to serve tactically. Makes it much tougher on the receiving side.
Payang to Ishikawa. On the pie!
Shebel in a good spot, but at 124 kilometers an hour, you have to be there already to have a chance to play that.
Yamauchi. Rock rat. Just your regulation side out to Tonchek Stern.
We've said it a lot. He is in an incredibly rich vein of form right now. Whatever they did in their pre-season camp has worked for him.
Didn't have any warm-up games, did they?
Yeah, just lifting heavy, working hard.
Just turn up and go 5 sets with Netherlands. That's the best tournament prep you can have. Good ball in by Yamamoto. Again recycled. It's something Ran does so well. Nishida, and that's something he does so well.
Gets off the floor so quickly, it's really hard for the block to find a rhythm against him. They can play a fast ball, and if you're looking to get a feel for what he's doing, he gets to his last step, his last point so fast and so explosive off the floor. Very little time for the blockers to use any information he provides.
Here we go. 1 ace already from the Panasonic Panther. Oh, he's picked up another one off the net. Into Kovacic's chops and down. That's the break point cancelled. We're tied at 16. Nishida again. 16-17, we are back on side out. Into the final third of this opening set, absolutely flown by. Oh no. Into Sekitai goes Nishida. Are they going to challenge this? It's definitely gone long. No admission this time.
Nishida just had to delay his swing a tiny bit. He held his elbow back just a fraction of a second. That changes the angle that he can hit on the ball.
Oh no. A service through Yamamoto. That's huge. And then a huge moment in this first set. Timeout called, 19-16.
Side out, pull. We move, we assist, we use a block. We know what you have to do. Go.
Coaching seems really simple sometimes.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Just side out.
Interestingly, the conversations between Ishikawa and Yamamoto as they organize the reception, the last couple of points, they've been chatting quite a lot. Takahashi is left on an island by himself, but a lot of conversation on the scene between Yamamoto and Ishikawa.
3 points in a row. We move from 16-16 to 19-16. Ernau. Better pass by Yamamoto. And that is the result. Ran down the line.
I'm not saying he's the best in the world at that shot, but he's got to be in the top 5. The cross-body snap, it's so late, he lets the ball drift right in front of him and just snap without showing any movement from any other part of his body. The ball's going there.
Run. Kovacic. Stern's out wide, all the way across to Shebel. Nishida gets a good touch. Oh, ran right late. And Japan back in business.
Beautiful fluid movement as a team, finding width in their attack, even with Nishida out of the play. Timeout, Slovenia. You know things are serious when the timeout's in Italian.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he has different languages for...
He's got levels.
Yeah, whatever level of rage he's on. He travels further south in Europe. Right, game on. Japan still break point down. Provided, of course, Slovenia side this ball out. If not, we're level at 19s. And Ran enjoying himself out there. These last couple of points, yes! One on the left, one on the right, now an ace serve. Ran is running hot. Slovenia's delicate lead has been eroded. Shorter this time. Good touch, Kovacic. Oh, what a...
And making so many amazing defensive efforts.
Japan are playing incredibly, but if you want entertainment, get Slovenia to your tournament, because they're doing this against Japan. They did it against Brazil, Netherlands, Canada, Poland. They were all like this in the VNL. They are the team to watch right now, but they're 2019 down. Not for long, Tonček stood 2020, and we are seeing clearly some world-class volleyball.
Well, this is even, we knew this was going to be a good game. I don't think we knew it was going to be this good.
Kozamernik, one ace to his name. Did that with the floater, goes for the float again. It gets awkward, but it's well dealt with by Ran. Now to make that pass and then to bury the pipe, that's pretty special, isn't it?
Ran's balance is phenomenal. He's almost never out of the play. We see double substitution. Not the normal double substitution. Masato Kai comes into serve for Onodera, and Kento Miyaura will come into block for Sekita in the front row. And we'll probably see Masato Kai set some balls if he gets the chance.
Good serve. Good ball into Ropret. Oh, buried by Stern. He is so locked in.
Everything that comes off his hand right now, it looks like it's going to be a winner, because statistically it is.
He's up to 7 already, all from attacks. Now Ropret out. Nick Mijanovic coming in. He's used as this block substitute. In fact, the first time they used him was against Netherlands, and he made the block on the mirror, I think, if I remember correctly.
Against France, and he got Ingapeth as well.
Stern. Good serve, but Yamamoto's the man.
This is Yamauchi's best shot. He runs his play so fast.
Japan with a slender lead. Sekita with a top spinner. Oh, Payek.
Anything you can do.
Honestly.
Yamauchi almost getting a big mid on that one.
A 2-2-2-2.
Thanks, Richie.
Another good pass to Sekita. Can't finish the job, though. What can Slovenia do? Oh, what a touch! Unbelievable, Nishida. That's found the floor. Oh,
Philip Lam with a very understated fist bump to say, yes, we talked about them being deep, and we get into this moment at the end of the set, and we've remembered it. We've been able to execute in a critical point of the game that there's space in the floor.
That's a disappointing one for Clement Schibbel. And those are the opportunities that Slovenia have been so good at this entire tournament. But if you want to get into that kind of fight tonight, you're going to meet your match in Japan. Good serve, but Kovacic, outrageous. Payeng, even better. Payeng to serve. Into the net. Just reminded myself of the very first game where we weren't sure what shape Slovenia were going to come in, and they played Netherlands in that opener, and the first set finished 33-31 Netherlands.
It was a pretty short and sharp game from my memory, or one of the longest games in VNL history.
Yes, yeah. The fifth set was 25-27. And that was where Slovenia won it. Slide indoors moments. Time out here.
He went to position 1. Watch out because straight one. He can change also from there in the diagonal we have there on the paper, no? Along the court.
The information there is about providing players with information to make a better decision. It's not about this is the fixed hard and fast. It's we have to make a choice, and here is some information that will help us all be on the same page when we need to execute.
But sliding doors moments. Had Slovenia not won that game against Netherlands, and they were match point down, would they have kicked on and beaten the other teams? Who knows? Yamauchi, set point. Slovenia, work to do. No, has missed. This is wide. Of course they're going to challenge. Of course they're going to challenge. Is there a touch? No one's admitted to it. They've got a reputation as an honest bunch. And they are as honest as the day is long there. Japan have taken the first set, and what a first set. They've come from behind as well. They were 19-16 down. And Serbia were looking very strong indeed, but they found a way. They've stayed consistent, and they've taken it 25-23. Right then, everyone. Let's calm down, take a breather.
Maybe a cup of tea might help.
Oh. We'll need a lie down after this. This is... You always talk about level. Level is the word that you use. Playing at a good level, maintaining a good level, volleyball at a good level.
I do say that a lot, don't I?
Would I be correct in saying that this is a good level?
Yeah, this is a pretty good level. This is a very good level. Both teams dialed in on defense, both teams executing what they want to do, particularly in transition, which is one of those signs of, and as Clayton really well put the other day, it's about being able to win points, not losing points. So the fact that both teams are really being aggressive, and the gap here, there's nothing in it.
No.
The scoreboard is the indicator that it's a really close game. The eyes say that this is a really close game. It's both sides throwing everything at each other, and we'll see who's standing at the end.
But it does show how important it is to remain consistent, because, I mean, Tina Ernau is one of the most consistent in the sport at the moment. One miss and they're a set down. Look, they've come from a set down before. They were a set down against Netherlands and they won that in 5. Japan, their probability of victory in our live update presented by 1xBet has slightly increased from 61% to 64%. But yeah, they've got themselves in some scraps of Slovenia.
And you feel that at some point they will meet a team that can hang with them. And good early signs from Japan. We know that Japan are very good at keeping the ball alive and finding chances in transition.
Well, they went one set down against Netherlands and won, and they went one set down against Canada and won. So this game is far from over.
Well, against Canada, they served exceptionally well. So something you touched on early on, that it's about feeling that they can be aggressive on serve. And with Japan, there's maybe a small feeling they can attack Ishikawa, make him work a little bit harder. Ran is probably the better receiver of the two of them, not by a lot. Ishikawa is still a very good receiver. But to work that space with Yamamoto and Ishikawa is something they can exploit on the Slovenian serve. And I also think Japan has some great power in serve as well, but they're pretty good playing from those exclamation or even negative situations because they have so much power on the antennas, they can take the ball high. Japan's block at some point will struggle to match the height and power of the Slovenian attack, but then you still have to beat the Japanese floor defense.
Some of the saves we've seen from both Kovacic and Yamamoto have been remarkable. Truly world class. Second set incoming. Tina Ernau, Slovenia captain. He's served first, and we're underway. Into Yamamoto, Sekita, touch. Now, these are the ones that Slovenia need to make stick. They can't this time. Yamamoto, run. What a touch, what a dig. Still going. Stern, what an angle. Oh!
And Clement Shebel has done something to his ankle. He's been hopping around during this point. Potentially a change needs to come into the game.
Well, their only other out-and-out opposite is Nik Mijanovic. Whether or not they wanted to rejig and put one of their other hitting options out there.
Well, with Shebel, we're looking at Brachko, we're looking at Gigerstern.
Or do you go rogue and put a giant middle out there and let him swing the lead?
Sasha Stelica, I think he could have a rip at a couple of high balls. The fast ball might be a challenge,
yeah,
but the high ball I think he'd be okay with.
1-1. Run. That has gone high off the hands of Shebel. And that has gone high off the hands of Yamamoto. Ishikawa. Blocked. And even Yamamoto can't save that one.
Ran Takahashi apologizes for the set. It was probably half a meter too far off the net. Ishikawa jumped, or probably a meter too far off the net. Nishikawa wants to recycle, but to get the ball to travel at the right distance, at the right speed to recycle from that position is really difficult.
Kozomurnik. Heavy serve, good pass. Run! Oh, he's missed. He does not miss with the pipe very often.
This pipe is blazing fast.
This is how he gets himself in position, because it never looks like a comfortable first touch, but so good. Kozomurnik on Adera. Ishikawa. Played back by Stern. Oh, Payek has worked so hard to get in position.
You've called it, Dave. The block move from both Shebel and Payek, but Payek makes that last move and finishes. Shebel gets his hand on the ball, but there was no seam between him and Payek. He leads with his hands and then lets his body drift into the space and corrects the angle with his hands and his arms in the air.
Good service run this from Kozomurnik. Useful points. 4-1, that's over on the first ball. Oh, Tonchek, you can't miss that. It was off the net, the hard work was done.
He's hit 100 harder balls already this VNL. This was a gimme.
Oh. Big let off that for Japan. Can they take advantage on Adira? Ropret. Oh, Payek. a strange game, this, isn't it? Because you've got Toncek Stern on a sure thing missing, and then Payek squiffing one.
He took it at the high point and got enough to get it off the hand. Point's a point, Dave.
Point's a point. They all count for one. Stern.
Alan Payek has shut down Yamauchi, and even he can't believe it.
This is ridiculous. One-handed. Timeout, Japan.
Lo idem, lo cost, e attenti su dettagli, ok? Poi l'altra cosa, in fare...
Thankfully, we've had a second or two to calm down there. It was pandemonium on the court. It was pandemonium here in the commentary position.
Those are as rare as hen's teeth.
You don't make a lot of money being a hen dentist, do you?
No, no, you do not. 6-2. Great start from Slovenia. Toncek Stern. Looking for that ace. We know exactly what you're trying to do, Toncek. Sekita. Payek, that's done. Saved, but onside the antenna. There was a bit of laughter around the crowd then, because there is a woman in the crowd who's getting nearly as excited as you and I. Very high-pitched screech. Probably similar to the one that I let out when Payek made that block. 7-3. Here's Clement Schibel. Close to the line there. That's the one from Yamauchi.
The call on, in many places called a double chi. It's that extra distance away from the setter and just knows that the block's in front of him, drifts into the space.
4 points on the board then. Payek, the man of the moment. Yamamoto into Sekita. Yamauchi, and when it happens that quickly, what can you possibly do? Unplayable.
It's all about the Slovenian block just trying to make a touch and force him to hit a tough area. Kozamernik does make a touch, but the speed with which he is moving and the precision of Sekita's set to get it into that space, incredibly hard to defend that seam.
Yamauchi floats that in. Schibel. Toncek. This is wide. Sleed evaporating. We've gone from 6-2 to 8-6.
Stern lacking a little bit of rhythm in the last couple of swings. Maybe that one where he jumped backwards and hit it out has put a little question of doubt in his mind.
Yamauchi. Thinks there's a touch. I think he knows there's not a touch. Georgi Cretu. He's asking Mateo De Cecco whether or not they're going to De Cecco this, and they are.
There's a check with the staff on the bench. Mateo De Cecco, Zoran Karacic and Bogdan Šebak. 2 out of 3 votes say yes, it was a touch.
Oh, it's that kind of democracy, is it?
I'm not sure it's a democracy, but a little bit of support from your mates never hurts.
Oh no, nothing. Nothing. So that is one challenge evaporated. So they've got One timeout remaining, one challenge. I'm sorry, 2 timeouts remaining. It was Japan who called their timeout, and then 1 challenge remaining. Yamauchi. Uno. Oh, do you know what? To find the floor against the Japanese defense like that, that is an incredible volleyball shot. Scared them for a second though, because the referee didn't give that straight away.
Yeah, the whistle didn't go straight away, and Japan, well, Ishikawa does pop it over the net. And for so long it was a stereotype. Oh, Japanese teams are good at defense, but this team really is. And they can block, and they can attack, and they can serve.
They can pass. And they can swing! Oh my, Yuji Nishida!
And they are good sports about it too. Shebel threw the goals on Ernal.
Here he is again. Can he get it going from the service line? Yuji Nishida. Certainly giving it a go. Yes, he can! 9-9! Second ace of the day.
That was the express train to Brooklyn.
Shoo!
Right in the seam, forces Kovacic to extend outside his body.
Oh, the supporters are off again. Hold on to the desk. Ah, this place is bouncing. And this is about as good as it gets. We're locked at 9s after a great start to the set by Slovenia. That service into the net takes them up to double figures, but it's game on.
The game settled to a slightly different rhythm. The first set was so frenetic, so much defense. Now coming back to a little bit more side out and service versus block, or service and block game.
Now. Oh, this time it's Kozamurnik on Onodera. And these brilliant Slovenian middles coming up trumps. He's the most physical of the 4, isn't he, Kozamurnik? Big, thick set. He's got a touch on that, but not enough to stop the point. Rampaging.
It's super high, and even from outside the court, can tee off the hand of the block, which is why there is space for later on if they need to go to the tip, because they can execute these really difficult skill shots so well.
Run. He's gone after it too. Shebel sets a good platform. Works it off the hands, but this is going to come back with interest. Nishida! Oh, it's straight into the block again. Sonchek, Stern and Kozamurnik taking no prisoners.
It's not clear whether Ishikawa was trying to recycle this ball or he wanted to try and squeeze it down the front of the block. If it's a recycle, he's not playing to where his cover is. He needs to go back to his right. And he was trying to go down the front of the block. It's too high.
12-10. Floated into Ishikawa. Gets it back and he's blocked again! Stern and Payek this time.
Stern basically one-on-one. Seals the edge. And Masato Kai will be introduced into the game. Ishikawa takes a break. So a different challenge now for the Slovenian block with Kai, but one they're probably a little bit more comfortable with. A different tempo, a little bit higher ball.
Kozamurnik goes big onto Kai. Great introduction to the game for him. Nishida mixes it up, takes the heat out.
When you're the new player on the court, as Masato Kai is, as a receiver, you know you're probably going to get the first couple. So one way to take some pressure off yourself, nail them.
He did exactly that. Onodera, not a great serve. Tonček. 14-11. Oh, it's overpassed. And it's Ropret working it off the hands. Setter on setter.
And there's a coach somewhere that would be pretty proud of Gregor Ropret that he didn't try and zero this ball. He didn't try and put it on 1 meter off the net. Otherwise, Sakita would have got him.
Good serve again. Yamamoto. Kai. First swing. Finds the hands. Back with Slovenia. Urno. Oh, what a touch. Brilliant, Nishida. Here they go again. Payeng. Yamauchi. Little bit of block. Little bit of net. Little bit of revenge for these Japanese blockers. Wherever you're watching around the world, I hope the intensity that is coming from the court and flying through the stands is coming across. Because this is truly volleyball at its very best. Not just the teams, but the crowd, the feeling. This is another special night in Fukuoka. Slovenia have got themselves in a great spot here. Shevol, Yamamoto. Oh, buried! Masato Kai.
That will see the end of his involvement in his second set. Ishikawa returns.
And Payeng will serve. Here's Payeng. Yamamoto the target. Run! Oh, return off the chest of Stern. Run again, off the hands. Opportunity for Slovenia. Urno, left-handed. Oh, it's been called. Catch ball.
I think there may be a moment for a card to come out. Tino Urno, he's furious about the call, but it's the standard set by the referees. And he has gone on a little bit too long.
Yellow card show, 17-14. Well, that's the standard set. I think the players have beef because we'll come to it after this point. Yamauchi into Urno, Ropret. The big wind-up by Stern. I think players do get upset because it's a variable standard. It has to be set by every referee in every game. But on another day, he gets away with that.
Yes, you have to know what you can prepare to get away with and where the line is.
Well, now we know where the line is. Gregor Ropret. Good serve. Ishikawa allows Sakita to go to work and run. Dribbles it down the block of Kosobernik and Stern. Now every time the ball spends longer than a split second in the hand.
This could be trouble now for Urno. He did give a somewhat sarcastic clap.
You have to be fair, yes? If you're a referee, you need to be fair. Yeah, that's exactly. I am fair. I am fair.
And it is correct. The referee has to decide. They set the standard. That one came out of the hand pretty quickly from Takahashi.
I think if you had a timer on it,
it'd be very similar.
Correct. Here's Nishida. Got to be careful as well, though, because with regards to professional, well, not just professional sport, amateur sport, if you play with your friends on a Sunday, or if you travel around the world like the best on the planet these guys do, you have to paint a picture for the referee. As Erno unloads with an ace.
And he wanted to go on with it. He wanted to make sure that the referee knew who served that ace.
But yes, you have to paint a picture, so it's important for Slovenia now to just calm down, because if you paint the wrong picture, then you could be in hot water, and the deeper this game goes, the more those emotions are going to play a part. 20-15! 21-15! Back-to-back aces from the captain.
Well, Erno now turning in the right direction, sending that energy out to the crowd. Timeout, Japan. Clayton Lucas telling us, don't poke the bear.
Hey guys, just to refine good numbers, huh? Good moment, we're in difficulties. They still good, they feel good, but you have to find solution. Especially on high ball. Transitions, we all know. So we have to find the solution, okay? Allez, go!
Japan is down 6 on the scoreboard, and it appears that Slovenia is the team that has responded best from that moment. So they now have to walk the tightrope. Their conduct has to be on point for the rest of the game.
Well, what you guys at home didn't see is when the timeout was called, Japan went straight in to talk to the coach. Slovenia made their way to Georgi Kretu. Klemen Shebel made his way to the first referee's stand. Tina Erno. Another good serve. Ishikawa gets a good touch, though. Yamamoto ran. Blocked! This is incredible stuff from Slovenia.
And similar to what we saw in their game against Canada, their ability to look at a difficult situation and then find a different way to keep pressure in their position has so often been their transition attack. Now Stern at the service line. Sorry, Erno at the service line.
What a service run. Still going as well. Run. Better pass. Out to Nishida. And that only ends one way.
Lovely long ball set from Sekita.
Blocking substitution then. Sekita out. Kentaro in. All 2 meters and 2 of him. That's that extra threat. Run.
Kentaro will step out of the game. And not much respite for the Japanese receivers, because now it's Jan Kozomiernik coming to the service line.
Kozomiernik, the cameraman behind him. Slideshow Bob. Good serve. Ishikawa as far as Ropret. Erno with the set. Stern on the net. And Payek couldn't quite clear it for Ropret. Big point for Japan.
Now it's putting the ball a little bit tight and a little bit flat. If the parabola is different, Stern can take that ball at a different point on the block. But too flat, too tight, and the change for Japan. Kento Miyaura.
This boy can serve.
He can give it a rip.
Kento Miyaura, first time we've seen him today. Composes himself. He knew that wasn't going to be a float serve. Erno receives. Stern with the bump. Shebel with the bullet!
The ball traveled 12 meters to get to him, and it looked like it was from a perfect situation. The confidence that he attacks that ball with.
That's world class.
That is phenomenal high ball hitting. That ball traveled so far to still have that much precision and aggression. Wonderful swing from Shebel.
Set points. Stern serves. Drops that in short. Ishikawa. First set point saved. Still a long way to go for Japan. A reminder, Clayton Lucas is going to be attempting to get some interviews between sets 2 and 3, but I'd imagine the coaches will have a fair amount of talking to do. This for the set. Into the antenna. Toncek Stern bends the candy cane. Still got chances here, though. One side out is all it takes. I think Dua Lipa said that, didn't she?
You'd probably know better than me.
Probably. She loves the VNL. Sekita. Oh, picked up by Rodbrett. Payek. Outrageous from Toncek Stern to win the set. Remember about 15 minutes ago when we thought he was having a wobble?
Yeah, stabilised.
I should say.
Pretty well.
What a set, what a response, what a game.
A standing ovation as they change ends. You can't see this on the camera, but Dejan Vincic and Jan Kozamernik are there. Hugs, high fives, but a standing ovation in appreciation of a phenomenal set of volleyball.
Well, we've had 2 of them now. And in fact, in Slovenia games, we've had 7 in a row, quite simply. It is 1-1, 25-23 Japan in the first, 25-19 Slovenia in the second. Clayton's down there, you can tell he means business. He's got his sleeves rolled up. Here are the stats. 7 blocks for Slovenia. That is a big difference maker, particularly when the attack stats are so similar.
Well, 7 blocks in any set is a good set of blocking. And they backed it up with their serve. They used both phases of that area of the game. They served strong, they blocked well, but the attacks that they made were from difficult moments. They didn't have too many easy looks, and they converted the difficult ones, which is almost worth 2 sometimes, the emotional swing.
Speaking of swings, the 1x bet win predictor now has Japan 59% favourites, but the momentum certainly with Slovenia after that. Just a couple of looks at some of the big plays. That block there and that one, Shebel, and this Payek one. That might be the play of the tournament for me. Oh, you and me have never been so close after that. I thought you were going to sit on my lap.
I thought about it.
Right, we're going to be hearing from Slovenia first as they won that set. You can't see this, but Mateo De Cecco put his arm around Clayton. He's clearly enjoying this as much as the rest of us. We're just going to have a look at the serve percentages first. Japan, 63% in, 37% errors. We want to get that a little higher, but that's about par from the course. As for Slovenia, 88%. That's the difference right there. 88% in, 12% error, making Japan play, making them earn their side outs. But now it is time to hear from Mateo De Cecco, who is with Clayton Lucas. Take it away, boys.
Thank you very much for that. Well, that first set was pretty close, but a great response from you in the second. What was the message going into that? Because that's quite a difference in terms of how you played in set 2.
Yeah, this game is really weird because in the first set we had really high efficiency in attack with the opposite, and we won the second by far with really low efficiency, but we are serving really good, we are blocking. I mean, we are following a really good game plan, and everything seems to be clear right now. And honestly, we're giving them a lot of pressure with our serve.
That can be the difference, really, can't it? Because the blocking, I think it was 7 blocks in that second set. That's huge.
Yeah, we are committing a lot. We are committing a lot, following the game, like, as I said, and so it's good. Right now, we are feeling good. We are confident, and it looks good. We are tight, and it's brand new for us with Japan.
Well, good luck. We'll see how you get on for the rest of the match.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's in a good mood, isn't he, Mateo De Cecco? I think he's enjoying this.
Well, when you get the opportunity to drill Dave Rogers with a volleyball, it puts anything.
Yeah, of course it does. Right then, Slovenia are pretty happy. I wonder if Japan are as well. Monsieur Blaine is with Monsieur Lucas.
Thanks very much, guys. Billy, great first set from you. Got the job done. Second set was, I mean, I don't think this scoreline reflected the way the game went, did it? Because the blocking from Slovenia was pretty good. What have you guys got to do now to kind of recreate that first set form?
Well, Perhaps they serve better than us, and we have more difficulties sometimes in passing in the second set. And we still have the difficulties to score on the left side with a two-man block. This is where you have to find some good solutions.
So that's the message for the guys then, just finding those good solutions.
You are always to find solutions. This is a top-level sport. They will change the tactic, and we have to find solutions to go around.
Okay, good luck. Thank you very much. Indeed, find the right solution.
As simple as that. As simple as that. Well, those guys, look at the smiles on faces. The lucky ones who managed to get the ticket. But you guys, you thought ahead and you got your BBTV subscriptions, and you don't have to miss a point of the VNL if you don't want to. Konchek Stern, 12 points again. He's out here leading the way. Nishida on 11 points, 8 attacks, 3 ace serves. He has cocked the hammer and pulled the trigger a few times. And when he does, he takes some stock. And of course, Tina Ernam, he's picked up 3 ace serves as well. Change of ends. I mean, I've not spoken to many players about this, but it does seem to be the team in a close game who are playing left to right, edge the set. Make of that what you will. Will that remain the same here? Let's find out. Yuji Nishida is going to serve first in the third set. Here we go. Chance to side out. Chance taken. Very efficient.
Oscar Kashmachi did send me a stat the other day, and he is the keeper of all the data for VNL. He sent me a stat that in 9 sets, it was the team serving from that end who scored the first point 9 times. Slovenia don't care about stats, they just care about winning.
Service acts from Konchek, so that's a great stat.
I'm not sure how useful it is or it means anything, but it's a really nice number to talk about.
Yeah, we should do Oscar's stat corner where he just chucks a number at us before every game.
And we have to make sense of it.
Yeah. Yeah, like Clayton tries to make sense of the odds generator. Good service, on to Erno. Chebel. That has ended up halfway up the stand, and it is the massive stands behind either end too. They've created quite the arena here. Chebel. Yamamoto. Oh, little touch. It's done. Oh, no. Can't get there.
Robert never quite found his feet after trying to help out on the block move.
Onodera. Ropret into Payek, done. Big moment now. Oh, yes. Ishikawa.
And big nods from the Slovenian bench, looking for this last contact, touch, challenge. And when you get into these transition situations, the ability to get the ball close to the tape and to work the block does give the hitters an advantage. But when it's so close and the desire to really push the ball off the block, the risk is there that it will stay on the attacker's hand for a little bit too long. Because you can't generate any backswing. There's no time to really have a swing at the ball. It's just a push.
But at what point does that become a catch ball then, or are we reigniting that debate from earlier on?
Once it contacts the block, it then stops being an attack and becomes a different situation. So as long as you get it to the block with a legal contact,
Ooh.
very close indeed.
And it was Japan with the last touch.
Add one to the points column for the Slovenian support staff.
Yeah, well, they got the big one yesterday. Julpal Bogdan. He spotted the net touch on match point. There's a Slovenia flag just down in front of us in the commentary position as well. They've got their proper stash and everything. Payek. Oh! That's the second one of those we've seen. Was that Ropred or Kozomurnik who wore it on the back of the head?
It was Ropred.
Big difference,
Yeah. Hands. They're very important hands for Slovenia.
They are. Well, he got an apology from Payek. We saw that in the Poland game earlier. No apology at all. They just didn't make eye contact. Good pick-up!
Massive net touch by Tonček Storm.
Oh.
And a full
Well, pick your points. Fortunately, Japan only get one. Sekta. It's an in short. Kozomurnik. A rare error.
We'll see a change coming now from Slovenia. If Dejan Vincic can get all of his layers of warming clothes off in time, she will. No.
No.
Denied. Sekita was ready for the fast start, but it will be a change at setter for Slovenia.
Vincic enters the chat of Rapid Bucharesti. A good few seasons in Germany as well. Oh. That's gone down as an ace. Sekita starts the dancing.
And the commentary desk starts rocking. The catch of the net forces the little bobble. Otherwise, Vincic would have had the first contact. Probably should have left it for Kovacic to take the first one.
Well, what did you say about if you're the new guy, you're going to get served on? That rarely happens if you're the setter. Run! Oh, brilliant! Kovacic. Ernau to rescue it! And he does off Yamauchi.
That is such a good finish by Tina Ernau. All the way inside. Takes the hand of the block. And block out from 1.5 meters inside the court. Really tough swing. Vincic to serve.
Sekita. Oh, Ishikawa. Three-point lead here for Japan. Momentum swinging one way, then the other. Ishikawa. On to Shebel, Vincic. Ernau.
Those two have played together for the national team for so long. The trust in that relationship. Puts it right in the slot for Ernau to either work the hands on the line or find the space cross-court.
Over a decade.
It's a little while.
Sure. Ernau. Into the net. The thing is, when you go on a service run like he went in the second set, you just feel invincible, don't you? Everyone is gonna, well, you visualize what you want. It's then going on to achieve it, but can't let one into the net dampen that. Here's Yamauchi in a three-point game. Ernau. Good block. Kovacic. Great work in the middle. Onodira takes the plaudits and Japan pulling away.
The rhythm for both sides on serve has changed. A little bit less power. Like you said with Ernau before, when the blood was flowing, the adrenaline was up, he was fired up. Now when that dies off, you have to find that control again.
Yamauchi in short. Vincic one-handed. Oh, teeth up stern. Little bit of flair for the highlights reel. Kozomurnik goes a bit heavier. Ran deals with it and gets it back. Hand on that by Kozomurnik's a good one. Shebel recycles. Oh, that is a lovely touch by Stern. And by Payek. This time, Shebel Back with Japan. Oh, the swing by Ishikawa has missed wide.
And it was a great variation from Sekita to find the pipe there. The Slovenian block was sure that ball was going to be set to the right side.
They will pipe it from anywhere, won't they?
They are always ready. They always have some width in attack, another option to go to.
Okay, that's 1 point back. Learning with the float. Back to run. Oh, huge block! Ishikawa nearly rescues it.
It happened so quickly, there wasn't even a chance for the other Japanese players to make a touch. It just hits Ishikawa in the hands.
Third block of the game for Tonček Stern, him and Kozomurnik, the block leaders. Here is Kozomurnik. Nishida. Still a breakpoint lead. These are the key ones, aren't they? Nishida now at the service line. These can change the course of a set. Oh my goodness me! Nishida! Ace number 4 of the game. And the stadium is rocking.
Because it is just 1 point, but the emotional reward you get from this serve and the impact that it makes on the side-out efficiency of the other side.
Yeah, you'd happily go ace error in your service career for the rest of your life, wouldn't you?
You need a couple of in-plays, but you get pretty close. Really to do ace that.
Ishikawa with the pass. Oh, that is whipping from Run.
We haven't talked about it a lot tonight. Not a huge tangible input on the game from Takahashi.
No, he's gone about his business though. 8.7 attacks, 1 ace. Erno and Shebel also on 8. Here he is serving. You don't catch Shebel out with a service like that. Oh, that is a little pipe from Slovenia.
Nice find, good spacing. Taking the shifted situation and creating a fourth hitter, sorry.
Shebel. Not served an ace tonight yet, and will not serve one there.
Had to check his last step. The ball not as far into court as he wanted, so checked his last step and ended up with the contact point being above his head instead of in front.
Onodera. Vincic. Oh, wow. Chance for a 4-point lead. Chance taken. That's 2 errors in the rhythm that have cost Slovenia points.
And it's twice the pipe with Shebel. They haven't got the correction right.
Timeout, 14-10.
Oh, how I said before, we don't need to get nervous. It's no time. We have here goals. We decided to fix this with the easy situation. We have the ball in the box. A little bit more quality there, and then drop people. Pay attention. Let's go.
Well, we praised the response from Slovenia after they went 1 set down. But what about this response from Japan? 14-10 to the good. Serving from the lucky end, Taishi Onodera. Now Payek. Chance. Uno. Tags the baseline. (12-14), 2 points in a row since the timeout. Payek goes again, keeps the service in. Another good ball into Sekita, and Ishikawa off the hands. Here we go. Vincic, backcourt swing, Toncek Stern, Slovenia right back in it.
It's been first tempo 5, first tempo position 4, and Vincic feels that the Japanese block is starting to stay in that part of the court. Nice fast ball to Toncek Stern.
Payek, same service, same pass in. Nishida, different result.
Friendly embrace between competitors under the net, just making sure they're both okay. That's a nice moment.
Well, they played against each other plenty in the Japanese domestic competition. Off the hands goes Toncek Stern. Takes him up to 17 points. He's a runaway train. Now Vincic in for Ropret, of course. Slovenia back within 1. Can they pick up a point on serve here? Absolutely not. Takahashi Ran is a pipe machine. And credit to Yamauchi, because he's done a job on Kozomurnik. Ishikawa. Oh, what a serve! Just long. Oh, I thought he absolutely nailed that. The top spinner. Here comes the change. Tatsunori Otsuka. Got the start yesterday. He is heading to Power Volley Milano next season. They love their Japanese players there. A couple of Tatsu fans. So he's in for Ishikawa. He tried to go for him, but... Oh, goodness me! Kozomurnik!
Otsuka could not get out of the way.
16-16. Slovenia have closed the 4-point deficit.
They follow a lot. Yeah, they follow this one. Huh? Perfect. Continue to keep direction, spiking, especially good. Okay, and keep the under-block control.
When Philippe Blanc talks about they follow on this one, when it means when they call the long, quick, particularly for Yamauchi, that the middle blocker, mostly Kozomurnik, is going with Yamauchi to try and find the position on block rather than staying in the middle and reacting to what the set is. So the challenge now is, can they use that to keep the Slovenian block off balance?
No. Back underway. Run. Oh, that is out of this world by Takahashi Run.
That ball comes off his hands so fast. Kovacic is in a good position, but just has no chance to make any adjustment. It's just bouncing off him.
Well, Japan back ahead, but we're onside out. Yamauchi in short. Kozamernik. Don't stop him from there.
The set allows him to take the ball at the top of his reach and over the block, so he can just choose his spot in the court. He's not hitting down, he's not hitting low. Just pick a spot and swing.
That's his first attack point. So now he's completed his ABS, attacks, blocks and service points. Now, Takahashi has left that short and Slovenia sneak into the lead. Who'd have picked that at 14-10?
One of the keys of the Japanese offense is precision in set and getting the ball close to the net to allow their hitters to work. The ball's drifted off a couple of times now. They need to stay focused on precision.
In short, Onodera, not the cleanest of passes, but Nishida does what he does.
Sekita puts the ball right in front of Nishida, where he can see the block and choose that there's space on the line.
Now he's at the service line. Buckle up. Not this time. Stern. Slovenia have worked so hard to get their noses in front. That's Rahn with the set. Nishida. Oh, it's so heavy.
And Stern probably had more time than you thought there. But because he is expecting the ball to come at him so fast, he's braced. And he lets his hips go and stand up instead of trying to keep some angle on his platform. Change back for Japan. Ishikawa in, Otsuka out.
Rahn to serve, 19-19. Now receives, Vincic. Oh, that is so close from Rahn. Another great swing from Stern.
It's a subtle difference, but the difference in tempo on the right side of the ball between the two Slovenian setters has given Stern some really nice looks to hit a fast ball with one block.
Chebo. No aces yet. 6 attack points, 2 blocks. It's only Kozamernik got ticks in all 3 boxes. Yamamoto, Sekita, Ishikawa. Another chance for the break, for a 2-point lead. Ernau, no! Sekita, Ishikawa! Every point feels like an event. And we're locked at 20-20.
I cannot explain how difficult this set is from Sekita to deliver that ball while sliding on his knees, trying to get underneath and keep it in rhythm. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal set from Sekita.
Onodera makes way for Masato Kai. Kai to the service line.
Sekita front. Expects Pint to run close to Vincic and the ball to go to Ernau.
Oh, an ace from Kai to put Japan back into the lead.
And the desk is rocking once more. It's only mildly terrifying, Dave.
I hope this sounds as good at home. Awesome. Brilliant! Keep it up! Yes! Unbelievable from Rahn! And it's long! There's a touch on it! Oh, Stern rescues the situation for Slovenia after one of the best pieces of defense we've seen today, this week, this month, this year.
incredible determination by Ran Takahashi to not give up on that ball.
And with that, Kai out, Monadira in, but replaced by Yamamoto. At 21-21, I think if Japan had won that point, we might have had to take cover. We'd have been in rubble. Payek. Run into Sekita. Nishida.
It's so fast. The tempo on the set is quick, but he just gets to the ball so fast and generates so much power, using all his momentum.
Not really a player in the world like him. Vincic. Uno. That could be the moment. Japan eke out a 2-point lead in the 20s. And Slovenia, having worked so hard to level at 2020, call the timeout at 21-23.
We go for the next one. You can alternate. You can have also care shots everywhere. We are doing these titles, okay? Hey, I put you inside to go for the serve. I'll be ready. Okay, I'm on.
It would be foolish to think there is not another twist left in this set, Dave. 23-21. Sekita to serve for Japan. The Japanese block feverishly organising how are they going to play out of this situation.
Sekita, serve needs to be good. They're going to make Slovenia play. And they might keep this up. Oh, the swing from Ishikawa was always ambitious. But the boys just want to play.
And play they are. There's just so much good volleyball going on.
As soon as there's a touch and the suggestion of transition, the noise in this place is deafening. Everyone gets so excited.
The anticipation of brilliance. And deservedly so, because they've seen so much already.
And I can't help but go up with them.
I've got to stop grabbing my hand. It's starting to hurt.
I will not. Rockret's back in the game. Here he is serving to Ishikawa. Is there a touch? No, no touch. And as you suggested, there's another twist. 23-23.
And rotation one for Japan. Sekita taking the long journey from the back corner of the court. Nishida hits from position 4, Ishikawa in 2. But Yamauchi on the long quick here.
Short serve. Ishikawa. Nishida! Oh, Jan Kozamurnik, along with Stern, have come up with the goods. Japan call the timeout. It is set point Slovenia.
We take the time to spike. And when you want to score, not only the mover, we watch, you look what you can do. Lift also là. Quick fight is good also. Allez, yo!
You can't see this at home. Standing up is not enough for Dave Rogers. Dave Rogers is standing on his seat.
Hey, look, yesterday we watched 5 sets of Slovenia against Brazil, and we wondered if that level could be topped tonight. This is absolutely remarkable, astonishing. Serving for the set, Gregor Opret. Well received, Sekita with options, goes for the captain, and the captain saves the day. 24-24. We're going for the extras. Ishikawa serving. Good reception. Ropret. Oh, Yamamoto gets there. Nishida blocked and wide. Set point Japan. Number one on number one. What a battle. Nishida and Tomczak Stern.
Once more, Sekita puts the ball on a platter from such a difficult situation.
Yuki Ishikawa serving for the set at 25-24. Good service, Kovacic. Urno. Oh, Sekita, you are kidding. Run, pops it down, and Japan lead 2-1.
The challenge will come from Slovenia for the net touch to show the vision of the ball on the net. There is a question of whether the contact was on the Slovenian side. If it's shown in the video, they do have to call it because you can't challenge for an invasion.
And breathe. So it was a net touch challenge. Georgi Cretu himself doesn't believe there's a net touch, but he does believe the ball was played on Slovenia's side of the net, which would mean the point is reversed, the decision is reversed, the score is 25-25, and we go again. Just take a moment to listen to this. Drama.
That's the most confident man in the building. He's ready to change ends.
Well, we can't see because they haven't given us a wide enough shot.
It is addressing what the question was. There was no net touch faults. The dropping of the shot. That's how the rules work.
They know exactly what they've done there. And they have answered the question. Here's the moment then. We're not going to tell from this angle either. He is, we'll see it from this angle. Watch Takahashi Ran,
from that angle,
who is
it doesn't
so
look
close.
bad.
Come on, he's so close. He could have picked Jan Kozomurnik's nose. Perhaps he's got away with one, but we will never know. 8,000 Japanese spectators and many more thousands, probably millions, watching around the world are absolutely delighted because Japan lead 2-1. And great news, we get at least one, maybe two more sets of it. 25-23, 19-25, 26-24. Huge credit to Japan. Coming from behind, defending the set point, then taking one of their own. Stats, Liam, what do you think?
Those are stats.
Yeah.
The numbers are part of this game, and it's really hard to dig down. Japan attacks a little bit better, serves a little bit better, but also makes a couple more errors. They really, it's about making decisions in the big moments, those critical decisions, because the level or the ability of both these teams is so even. I've got to stop myself.
No. Level's good. The level is good.
The level is great.
But a real threat to Slovenia's undefeated record in this season's Volleyball Nations League. And also, even though they're in a great position in terms of Olympic qualification, if you lose a game, you lose qualification points. It is live. Every game, every point, every set counts. You win 3-0, you get a bucket load. You win 3-2, you get fewer points, but you still get points. Oh, and that guy is out of this world. Serve placement. A fair bit down the middle for Slovenia. What do you make of that?
Part of it is trying to jam up the pipe attack to try and make it a bit more difficult to have four players in the pattern.
The stadium MCs, the announcers, they've done a great job here. because there have been some games where we've only had about 1,000 in and they've kept everyone in high spirits. Obviously, it's back to the rafters. But they're making noises like really bad Halloween ghosts at the moment. I don't know if you can hear that. They're like, right then, everyone. Let's compose ourselves and look forward to another great set of volleyball. Slovenia are back at the lucky end. Look at this, 70%. 70% for an opposite is, quite frankly, outrageous.
Well, 70% of his attacks are going in, and he's scoring at a pretty similar rate. There's not too much which is coming off Nishida's hand, which isn't working.
Those 4-ace serves as well have been game changers.
Well, it's at 70% scoring shots from his 20 attacks. 14 of those have ended up in points.
Sure.
Blocked 3 times, 1 error, but that still leaves his efficiency. So the plus-minus effectively at 50%.
At this level of volleyball, against a block and defense like Slovenia. Speaking of...
Philip Bland did talk about position 4, and Clayton did ask a good question about good solutions, and that they do need to find these solutions in position 4. Ishikawa's been in and out of the game. We haven't talked a lot about Takahashi. So maybe that is the next twist in the tail, that the Japanese offense moves towards position 4. And especially with Yamauchi front, they can play some 7 and over, and also then that makes space for Nishida on the set back.
Urno starts the 4th set. 2-1 Japan. Run off the hands. Straight away, a chance for a point on serve. Shabul cannot oblige. Sekita to the middle. And Onodera gets Japan off the mark. Run. Kozumurnik. So sets like this is where you want your big servers to turn up, isn't it? Kozumurnik certainly one of Slovenia's. Gone big with that one.
His point win rate on his serve, so when he serves, how often Slovenia wins the point, is the best among middles in VNL. It's over 40%, which is a pretty good return. But we haven't seen him really get a series tonight.
Onodera. Ropret, Payek, here we go. Chance for the break. Sekita, Nishida. Owns the line. Miss hit from Shabul, and this exactly the start that Japan wanted.
The play over Sekita. Shabul reaches inside a little bit too much, tries to play over the Sekita block, because he knows that's where he has the big advantage.
Ropret out to Tomczak Stern.
And some questions from the Japanese players about the validity of the contact there. They also need to be on their best behavior.
I actually think that came off the hand of Ishikawa. It wasn't long in the hand at all. Sekita, Nishida. Yeah, that's just what happens.
The follow with Yamauchi. The replay shows there that Payek has to stay with Yamauchi. He's so dangerous on that long quick.
Chebel receives. Needs to be recycled. Oh, this is a tough one for Chebel. Oh, there's a touch on it. Referee's gone one way, then the other. What's that dance called? Where you...
The worm?
No. No, where you move your arm all the way up your chest through to the other one. I'm trying to do it now.
And not particularly well, because I'm not figuring it out.
Come on. Chebo. Yamamoto. Oh. Ishikawa. We're so used to all guns blazing. A little bit of finesse is a welcome tonic. Good serve, Kovacic deals with it. No, Yamamoto! Sekita a little bit too short for that one. Height doesn't affect his game very often. Payek. Yamamoto flawless as usual. Nishida with the tap, scooped up. Ernau right on the net. Must have been a touch on that. And there is a touch on that. Lovely hand, Sekita. Nishida. Oh, it's messy. And it's a free ball. Oh, no, hang on. I'm losing kind of touches here. Chaotic. Nishida ends the chaos.
Uncharacteristic rushing from Slovenia in transition. Bernat did try and play the ball to the block when he set the ball, but this last play, Chebo setting Stern not high enough. Stern couldn't get a big drive step. He wouldn't have had enough time. And Japan are the team that takes the opportunity to create the time and make a good fast ball set.
Well, this was always going to be the challenge, wasn't it? Because in terms of the transition points, Slovenia have been so good, but Japan, arguably even better. Siding out, so important, and Ernau manages it. 5-7. Slovenia staying in touch.
Ishikawa playing all the way over in position 1 to defend behind Sekita's block, leaving 6 vacant.
Ishikawa, good ball in. Helped over, recycled, Ropret, Ernau. Oh, what a block! What a block!
Great adjustment in position from Nishida. Pulls up early, allows Onodera to close. Doesn't go to the antenna. Must have been watching Larry.
Yeah, I was going to say. 2 tickets to the gun show, please. 8-5. Kovacic deals with that so calmly. Well watched. Little word for Yanni Kovacic there, please. Because that has flown at him at what, 120, 125?
He picks it up early and just is so stable behind the ball. He holds his platform, but he has really good base. Nice control on how much power he can take off that ball.
3-point lead, back again. No. Run. Loops that one into Kovacic. The pipe comes back with interest.
For people watching at home who want to find some indicators that there is good volleyball being played, the amount that teams can run first tempo pipe is usually an indicator that reception quality is good and that teams are being in rhythm.
Kozamernik. Yamamoto into Sekita. Speaking of which, pipe after pipe.
First tempo pipe, the most efficient play in volleyball. It's so hard for the blocker in the middle of the court to make the right choice, let alone the help blockers who are wanting to get out to their guys.
Onodera. No. Stern. Well, it's between him and Nishida. They are going back and forth as top scorers. Stern moves up to 23 points. Nishida now on 22. It is quite literally a one-on-one.
Once more, Yamauchi front. It might take a little second to patch up. Sekita. He has been sliding around on his knee, so maybe a small little graze on his knee. Needs some patching up. Court's clean.
It's always interesting seeing who's got the knee pads on and who hasn't. Yamauchi hasn't.
Clayton Lucas is screaming at me, it's about wearing knee pads. If only to stop these moments happening.
Yes. So Yamauchi doesn't have them. Nishida doesn't have them.
Sekita wears a wrap.
Yeah.
It's not a full knee pad. And there's been a couple of moments where he's been sliding, and that little difference in padding will cause some rubbing on the knee underneath.
What surprises me is Yamamoto doesn't, as a libero. No care and concern for his own body. The way he plays, he needs knee pads, elbow pads, a helmet and a cup. Still a 3-point lead. He's been on side out for a while. No break points. Oh, what a touch by Ishikawa. Played back in. Ropret over to Shebel.
Lovely first contact by Stern, but two wonderful balls from Ropret. On the money, exactly the right flight. And Shebel makes the choice twice to hit the different angle, not just to try and play strong in the seam.
9-11. Oh, he's not comfortable out there, Shebel, is he? You noticed it before that he looked a little bit like he was moving gingerly. And he's hopped out of that serve there that he's mishit. Keep your eye on that. Yuki Ishikawa. Clip the net. Bernal receives. And Stern does the rest.
The sound of this swing, it's a heavy thud. It's got some real weight behind it, and Nishida, it's a crack as that ball leaves his hand. There's so much power. It's the different sounds, the different contacts, all of them heavy.
Payek. Nishida receives. Run. Oh! It's like he was on strings from the ceiling. He was up for so long. Look at it.
He just popped and he jumps straight up. He gets to his point with his feet and jumps straight up.
Yamauchi. Pratt with work to do, but Kozamurnik on hand. Worth pointing out as well that this is Japan's last game of the week. Just 2 games tomorrow, Turkey against Germany, and Bulgaria against this Slovenian team. Ropret. Slovenia's serve has completely betrayed them. Last 3 into the net. Nishida. Big serve. Ropret forced wide. Ernau. Will have to be played at by Ran. And again. Well, was there a double not called there? That's what Slovenia are asking. Martin Erno needs to be careful here. The referee's made his decision. He's not going to change it. If he carries on, it'll be a red card. He's certainly got a point, though. And Slovenia request the timeout. They're 15-11 down. This one's getting away from them.
Ok, give it to me. Oh! Giochiamo la partita, eh? Dimenticate questo il prossimo silent, ok? Va bene? Dai, con calma, siamo ancora qui. Concentrati.
So he's saying that the ball off the shoulder was above the height of the net from the shortest team in VNL.
They do jump, though.
Wow. Yeah, okay. 15-11, Nishida. Off the net, Kovacic into Ropret. Stern! Oh, my goodness me.
Even with the defense playing that side, two defenders in about 2 meters of court space.
Right then, last time Tina now got angry, he served a couple of aces. If this is a float serve, I'll buy you dinner. Oh, it's not an ace though, because Yamamoto gets there! And then Ishikawa delivers. Erno probably a little bit further up the court than he should have been.
Not having the time to retreat from his service.
16-12, Japan are in a great situation. But this is exactly where they were in the previous set. Well, 4 points ahead. It was 14-10. And Slovenia leveled at 16-16. Now or never, the undefeated record is under serious threat. Kozomurnik needs to be good. Opts for the float to Ishikawa. So Peter has to search for it. Ishikawa, this time Erno is deep enough. Ropret. Great swing. And it's down. Stern, too tough for Nishida.
He's hitting the ball so hard. Nishida is in a really good spot and cannot do anything to keep that ball anywhere near the court.
Kozomurnik. Good touch. Ropret. Oh, Erno's overstepped.
Interestingly, maybe not interestingly, Slovenia is the undefeated team at the start of this year's VNL. Last year, Japan was the team that started that hot undefeated run.
Yes. That was a big moment, you know, because that would have been 16-15. That's a lovely angle.
And once again, Chebul is aware that the block is small from Sekita, so the defense is moving that way. Only one defender, in this case Onodera, taking more than half the court from the cross-court angle.
Good. Right out to Ishikawa. Was a bit passive, had to be. Oh, Stern takes on the block. Tiny, tiny margins, but Slovenia back within one. Japan call the timeout. 16-17.
They take the maximum of risk to be so. They make mistakes, they go wrong, so we have to be ready for this. Okay? Para alto possibilità, molto diagonale.
They're not going to die wondering, Slovenia. 4 points down in the third set. Got themselves a set point, but went down 26-24. They were 4 points down here. They've got themselves back within one. Here's Tonchek-Stern. Heavy serve, but a lovely pass, and back to Ishikawa.
A tough swing, the block already moving in his direction. Payek following Yamauchi on the 7, the long quick. Great control, working the small angle off the block.
Sekita. Rock Brett. Shevon! Oh, still up! Incredible by Urno. But Yamauchi swings the windmill.
We saw the effect of the short serve on Urno. Takes out the pipe option, rushes everything, just a disruptive tempo. Yamauchi finds his feet so quickly on this ball so often. Timeout Slovenia, 16-19 to Japan.
Palleggiatore fatto, no? Sì, Nishida è lì. 7, puoi giocare anche dietro, anche sopra, no? Via fermo, non farlo, ajde!
Kretu discussing with Rockret the awareness of where the setter is on the court. How they want to play through this situation.
Yamauchi is having some game. So is Tonchek-Stern. 27 points, but unless something changes, it's going to be in a losing cause. Ropret into Payek. Needed that.
Good variation in tempo. Payek gets into the seam between Nishida and Yamauchi. So instead of playing over, they start to go fast before the block is ready. Block substitution for Slovenia. Ropret out, Bojanovic in.
First things first, Shevel's got to get this serve right. Not had a lot of luck with the serve when Bojanovic has been on the court. 2 meters and 6 though. Big young man. Serve is in and it's overpassed. Patience required. Shevel in a setter. Tini Urnau blocked. Oh no, that could be the moment. The serve was fantastic, but Japan read it.
Multiple hands touching the ball in the Japanese block. Very quick recognition also from Nishida that there was no setter on the court. It was going to be a slower tempo. They could go triple block.
2017. Into Ropret. It's a must-win point for Slovenia, but it's advantage Japan. Yamauchi shanks one. What a let-off for Slovenia. What a dig by Sekita. Ran! We go again. Ran one more time, blocked. Oh, Alan Payek. Cometh the hour. It deserves a fifth.
It does. I'm just not sure we're going to get it. Maybe the extra day off for Japan is going to leave them a little bit more gas in the tank, a little bit more spring in the legs.
Speaking of spring in the legs, it's Alan Payek at the service line. Yamauchi, what a pass. Ran off the hands. Ropret. Stern. Urnau. Oh, of course Yamamoto's there. Sekita all the way across to Ran.
That was textbook high ball set from Sekita. At no point did Takahashi have to take his eyes off the ball and think about different solutions. It was exactly where he needed to be. Brilliant touch by Yamamoto. Brilliant set, Sekita. Great swing.
Oh, an ace. Or is it? No. But it is going to be a free ball. Slovenia's undefeated record might just be coming to an end.
Well, when Ishikawa took that first contact, I had a feeling that we were going to see Yamauchi on the pipe for a second. That would have really brought the house down.
Not as much as if we'd seen Yamamoto on the pipe yesterday.
I would have been running laps if that.
It's Japan's to lose.
If we look at the rotation for Slovenia, it's Ropret up next. Then Unau to serve. Then Kozumurnik. So not the toughest serving lineup. The big, heavy servers from Slovenia are a couple of rotations away. But Ropret has been effective.
Yeah, he got 2 aces against Netherlands, 3 aces against France, 1 in the victory over Brazil yesterday, and it came at a key moment as well. First of all, they've got to side out this ball, which they do. Kozumurnik. Clean and casual.
Slovenia is not a side that's really used the service sub a lot either, so it's going to be this group of guys on the court. Whereas for Japan, if they get into a need to have a service sub, Masato Kai can come in, possibly for Onodera. He didn't get that far.
Now they need a block. Nishida, flawless.
He has been so excellent tonight. Still scoring on 70% of his swings, efficiency over 50%.
Look at these numbers. 25 points, 19 attacks, 2 blocks, 4 serves. What more could you possibly want?
Partridge and Petru.
Well, yeah. Maybe another ace now to put it beyond any doubt. 23-19. Oh, it's not far off. Kovacic, he's been brilliant again tonight. Free ball. Here we go. Run. Ishikawa turns setter. And Japan have 5 match points.
Ran gets a little bit ahead of himself on the tempo, but reaches back and stays high to work the block.
Nishida. First match point saved. Well, Kentaro would come in then as the blocking sub. He's back out. Sekita returns. Now, Unau has to go for it, surely. Run, lovely ball in. Run to win it. Not yet. Ropret with options. Shebul saves the match point. 1 down, 3 to go. Well received by Yamamoto. Nishida! Philippe Blanc vindicated in resting the players yesterday. Put in the faith. But by no means a fatal blow for Slovenia. They've got the chance to rectify it. against Germany tomorrow, and if at the end of 2 weeks of VNL you'd have offered them 7 wins and 1 defeat, then they'd have absolutely bitten your hand off. But Japan, of course, their top 8 place is not guaranteed. That victory is a huge step towards everything